So Danner, what we're winding up on an hour here, so I want to get into like what you're doing now, what you're involved in now. So I know there's some pretty cool stuff going on right now, and something that's probably the most prominent is you are currently, and there's a lot more to this, but let me just start with saying you're the voice of Kermit the Frog.
That is true.
Right now. You are voicing Kermit the Frog.
Baby Kermit the Frog.
Baby Kermit the Frog.
Give us a taste.
Hi-ho, everybody. Baby Kermit the Frog here. Yay!
That is so cool.
So that is it just premiered on Friday, this last Friday.
Disney Junior?
On Disney
We've
Junior.
been waiting to have Matt Danner on because of this.
Yeah. Because I was like, I want to talk about the show, but I can't.
Yeah.
And it's been like 2 years.
But now you can.
No, I can.
So you've done, you do way more than just the voice of Kermit. Can you give us a rundown of what you're doing on the new Muppet Baby show?
So I developed the show. I supervise direct on the show. I write on the show, and I do the voice of Kermit.
Wow.
And this, that, and the other thing. But those are like my official titles on the show. But no, it's basically how it went is I went back to Disney, but I actually went to DCPI, which is Disney Consumer Products Publishing and Interactive.
Okay.
And I ended up working for a team at Disney Labs, which is their sort of experimental digital team, and they were like, well, let's experiment with doing like, streaming stuff and VR and like stuff that isn't TV or movies.
Yeah, everyone's doing that now.
And so we were doing that about 4 years ago. And we'd actually done a whole nother series, which should be coming out soon. I can't say much about it, but it does star Donald Duck. And it's not DuckTales. It's not DuckTales, but I would say it's sort of a compendium to it. We knew that was happening, and we decided to be very respectful to the brand.
I think I heard whispers of this.
You might have. It involves 2 other birds that aren't ducks.
Hey.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But Muppet Studios ended up coming to live with us at Labs. They'd just done their second movie, and they kind of found that they had a lot of energy in the YouTube internet space.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to expand on that. For sure. But out of that also came the ABC show with the Muppets. The sort of the Office style one.
Oh right, yeah.
But meanwhile,
mockumentary.
on the other hand, we were the ones that kind of said, our team sort of said, and I'm going to take credit for this one. I was the first one that went, what's going on with Muppet Babies?
Yeah. Oh, no way.
Because
so
it was
started the snowball.
I would like to think so. I'm sure.
Just take credit.
I'll take credit.
So it's kind of your baby. Muppet Babies is your baby.
In a certain I will say it was. And the idea was to reintroduce Kermit the Frog the way he was introduced to me as a kid, which was in the preschool world.
Yeah.
To say, look, let's take this awesome brand. And let's not, people were really worried when we said we were going to do it as preschool, but so is Sesame Street. And if you watch those Sesame Street sketches with Kermit and Grover and stuff that you don't see anymore because Kermit hasn't been on that show since the 90s. For the record, that's another reason, because kids don't know who Kermit is. Not anymore. And that was our whole thing. It's like, well, let's reintroduce him. So we developed a show, and then we're like, well, do we do it animated? Do we do what? And I said, we got to do Muppets Take Manhattan. We got to go right to that thing where they're real puppets. But then I was like, well, let's do it in CG. Because that way we can animate them and we can have them doing all this amazing stuff, but then we can make them look like felt and make them actually move like puppets.
Yeah.
So we ended up developing that, and we did like a kind of a test where we worked with a company out of Australia called Liquid Animation.
Yeah.
And did did sort of a 1 minute test. And as the story goes, I did the scratch for it. For Kermit and for Fozzie and for Piggy, because the Fozzie and Piggy had no lines, but Kermit was the one who we had him come in like a puppet and go, hi everybody.
You can do Piggy's voice?
No, Piggy is like this. It's so bad. And whenever I scratch it, I always have to apologize to the actress Melanie, who's amazing at Piggy. But I'm like, really sorry. She's like, no, it's fine. but and then my Fozzie was like, waka waka, but
it's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. But Bowser kills it on that.
Yeah.
Bowser's Fozzie. Bowser's Fozzie. Yeah. And that's another thing where it's like, wow. But here's the funny thing. So I did all the scratch. The show got sold. Disney Junior jumped in. They're like, we want this. And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Tom Warburton came on, who's awesome, and Eric Shaw, who's our story editor. And then everyone started developing the show. And then people from my team like Joe Sigta and Chris Moreno, who's our art director on the show still. He's also very involved with the writing because he comes from comics, so he understands art and story, and he's really good at that. we all started kind of, formulating the show. But then when it came down to audition time, I was kind of like, can I try? Because a lot of people were using my voice as the sort of the I don't want to say the gold standard, but as the reference for what they wanted for auditions. And we did hundreds of auditions. Hundreds of people auditioned for this. And by the time we narrowed it down, we had like 40 actors for each character.
Wow.
And I threw my hat in the ring, and I threw it in anonymously. And then I made that first cut, and then I was in the room, and then here we all are listening to voices, and then I hear mine come up, and everyone looks at me, and they're like, Danner, and I'm like, I'm not gonna vote for me. I'm gonna vote for all the other ones that I think are good, because I don't want this to be nepotism. I don't wanna give myself the job. I wanna get it for real.
Sure.
And every step of the way I did it, and I probably auditioned about 6 times.
Wow.
Because it just kept on getting whittled, because this is a big deal, and Fozzie and everybody. I mean, we went through a lot of rounds. And I got the gig.
And you're also doing all of the voices that Jim did.
Yeah.
Right?
And so
you're doing who else?
I do Waldorf. He's like one of the old guys that talks like this with the, and he laughs with the other guy, Statler, and bows to Statler.
Oh, nice. You guys are, wow.
Yeah, they're pairing us up a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I do Beaker, but that's like, I mean, that's just me. Like, that's how I talk to my baby.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And I can hit that sort of tonality of me where I can sing songs in it too. And I do that.
Sing songs in Beaker's voice.
Yeah, like
impressive.
Yeah. And then I'm doing Rolf. Who's going to be making an appearance? I'm not going to do the voice though, because there's an interesting magic to that one.
Oh, okay, cool. So we have to be on the edge of the seats of.
Be on the edge of your seats on that one, but till Rolf makes an appearance. But mostly it's Kermit. It's Kermit, and and it's good because one of the good things is we do a lot of scratch at the studio, so it kind of helps that I can sort of do the scratch that is easily matched,
for sure.
For Kermit, I do my best for the other characters, but it's no good. I usually have to slow down, because I'm like, if I do scratch for like Bowser, because again, and you guys know Bowser. Everybody knows Bowser.
We had him on the show.
He's the most popular person.
We had Eric Bowser on the show.
He's like the Ferris Bueller of animation. Did I use that reference already?
Yep.
You did, but you know what? Second time.
I'm gonna use it again. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on camera.
He's the other Ferris Bueller of animation. But no, he's he's just a dynamo, and so. But I try to do it, and again, like I said, I do like the worst version of it, where I go, hey, I'm Fozzie, and I just do it really slow, and I go, you make it good. You do what you do. But
nice.
But no, it's been really cool. It's been a dream come true, and the show came together pretty well. I mean, I gotta say, we just premiered, and it looks good, and I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. I mean, of course, I got notes. You always have notes, but at the end of the day, when I look at it, I go, you know what? This is exactly what we set out to do. Mm-hmm. The Muppet fans will be cool with it. I mean, of course, there's gonna be that one guy on the internet that's like, I don't remember it like that. And it's like,
oh, I see some Illuminati signs in there.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah. Well,
well, they're not completely wrong. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. But I think we're being true to the characters. We're being true to the fans.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're just trying to reintroduce it to the kids and go like,
of course,
look,
it's missing in the kids' lives right now. Should I do the intro again, or are we good to go?
No.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
So there was an intro, and then there was about 45 seconds to a minute of awkwardness. That will serve as our musical intro today, just us rambling about nothing. And now, here we are.